Bitcoin, the privacy it needs and must have and will have because of that. So we had to find other routes, both for Zcash and for StarkNet, which is what brought us to launch NL2 on Ethereum moving over to Bitcoin. And now I'm more optimistic, also thanks to efforts that Dan and a lot of his friends are spearheading, things like Opcat and Taproot Wizards and stuff like that. I'm more hopeful that soon we'll be able to deploy the technology as it should on Bitcoin.
And we'll get to why StarkNet is looking at Bitcoin DeFi here in a second. I wanted to add my 2 cents as well of, when I looked at Bitcoin DeFi or how you scale Bitcoin, these different Bitcoin layers that we developed, like Lightning, Liquid, Stacks, StarkNet, why Bitcoin DeFi? Well, Bitcoin is the largest network. It's larger than everything else combined. It's not just larger than Ethereum or Solana, it's larger than all of them combined. The network effect and the liquidity behind that is huge. If we were able to tap in and unlock some of that Bitcoin and put that into TVL, this would be one of the biggest moments ever to happen in a crypto space. This would be huge. So that's why I care about Bitcoin DeFi. I think it's one of the largest opportunities ever to take Bitcoin and go use it to borrow against it, to lend it, basically having this flourishing economy. And it's something that I noticed that Ethereum unlocked during the 2020 DeFi summer. I spent the last 5 years really digging into that and seeing what happened there. Why did DeFi summer flourish? And what were people wanting to do? And people were choosing to lend, borrow, yield farm, and all these different speculative activities. And so some people might view that as negative. But speculation is why Bitcoin is here today. 2013, 2017, and 2021 cycle, those speculative bubbles are what occurred and led people to find out about Bitcoin. And so, long story short, DeFi on top of Bitcoin could tap into these additional speculative instruments that could pull in new people into the space. For example, NFTs brought in artistic types. People that aren't libertarian, they're not going to think about sound money, but they like to sell their art. And I noticed this in the Ethereum ecosystem at NFT NYC. People were like, oh, I bought this for 0.1 ETH, but 0.3, and I started to realize that they're thinking in Ethereum. They're thinking in Ethereum terms, not Bitcoin terms. So if we could bring this back to Bitcoin, if we could bring DeFi to Bitcoin, this would unlock even more growth for the Bitcoin community and Bitcoin's price.
I agree.